Folks, what's going on? We are here today at Retropalooza, my first time ever at the Dallas Retro Video Game Convention, and I thought that I would just go ahead and take you guys around, let you guys kind of see what I see, and give you a glimpse of this convention in a fairly raw format. Have already done some business at a couple of the booths here. I'll go ahead and take you inside this one because it's pretty big. My friend Zach's booth. How's it going? I can see they still got a whole bunch of handhelds, which I honestly may have to make a play on a little bit later. Oh, check this out. Pokemon Squishmallows over here. I love that Snorlax one. Some amiibos. We are on day 2 of the convention, and honestly, a good number of the booths have sold so much stuff that you'll see like sort of this free space in here, right? Like the stacks are kind of looser. People have had really, from what I've heard, really solid success, a good like vendor to attender ratio, which is something that like kind of on the businessy side of running a convention that I hear convention runners talk about a good bit. What do we have here? We've got some Dragon Ball I was looking at yesterday, some Sly Cooper games in the PS3 section, PS4, 360, all kinds of good stuff to be had. Ooh, let's take a look at the glass cases though. Yesterday I was buying, I've probably bought about 100 pounds. I hope that it's about 100 pounds, between 90 and 100 of video games to get back with me in my suitcases. Check that out. We saw that in the last walkthrough we did. The complete big box Earthbound, not one that you see a lot. Ooh, Batman Rise of Sin Tzu sealed big box version. I don't see that one very much either. Couple of casual Rule of Roses, God Hand. You know, some decent games in these cases, fun to see. We'll keep on moving here. This booth features primarily, well, I don't know if it's primarily, a lot of Pokemon stuff, a lot of Pops. Big old Pop wall. You guys will have to let me know. I'm curious if there's a lot of overlap between the video game collecting and the Pop collecting community, or if they're like kind of segmented. Let me know what you guys think of Pops. I think people's opinions on them tend to be pretty polarized. Either you love them or hate them kind of a thing. Got a whole bunch of, somebody sold their Deadpool collection, it looks like. Bunch of Deadpool stuff down there, some sealed Pokemon product. I did a deal for some of this stuff over here. Actually, I think it was maybe some DS games from this case yesterday. Oh, here we go. Oh, hey. You have my attention. Yeah, I bought some of his Pokemon games. I don't know. May have to take another look. I oftentimes, my general purchasing strategy, Jay, stop talking. My general purchasing strategy at these is I'll go around and buy the stuff that sells the fastest day one, right? The handhelds, for example, the GameCube games, the N64 games that we need the most, that sell the best for us. And then day 2, I'll make another lap and kind of try to figure out, like, this might be something that I buy. Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. Not the kind of thing that's probably going to sell super fast. Disc condition is okay. We might have to throw that in the resurfacer. But if I've got the room, oftentimes you'll also be able to do a little bit more negotiation and people will have a bit more wiggle room on day 2. So I do like to kind of make a second pass of everything, and if I'm being honest, probably more like a third or fourth or fifth pass, because by day 2 in the afternoon, like, I've just been ambling around the convention the entire time, just looking at stuff that catches my eye. Oh, check this out. Uh-oh. AC's knocking stuff over there. Got some cool Nintendo Power magazines, early ones too. Lemmings. We've got a little bit of a risque cover there for Tomb Raider. Oh, that's cool. Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace PlayStation magazine. Another contentious topic. What do you guys think about Star Wars Episode 1? Personally, I don't know. When it came out, I loved it. I have to be honest. I did love it, although I was 10. As an adult going back to it, I really wish, my biggest regret of it is that they didn't focus more on the relationship between Obi-Wan and Anakin. Because, especially in Episode 2, that would have made the climax of their relationship all that much more tragic and heartbreaking in Episode 3. Let's go over to my friend Chief's booth over here. He's always a character. He's got a very hybrid booth of like games and toys and video games, like actual board games, and then just random like really cool retro vintage collectibles. So you can see, like, look at this, the Shack Attack Pepsi six pack. Look at this, Garfield lunch bags. Like, where else do you see that kind of stuff? I want to show you a specific item over here that I almost bought. This Legend of Zelda sweatband. I was like, dang, if that thing was loose, I would 100% buy it and just rock it for my tennis matches. I've been getting into tennis recently. We've got, what else? Mini Classics Mario Bros. We've got a Japanese Breath of the Wild. Tons of Transformers. He also was telling me that he's been crushing it with sales. He's been selling through stuff like crazy this convention. Look at this over here too. We've got some wired up Care Bears telephones, and at first I thought this was Pokemon Pinball. It is Gen 3, but I now see that it's actually like a table air hockey kind of a pinball situation. I don't know, never seen something like that. Let's go Pokemon Monopoly. Another Pokemon Monopoly. Looking for Master Trainer here. That was my childhood. Fantastic booth though, love to see it. I also want to take you guys over here. This is a booth that I was admiring earlier. Retro Circuit. They sell all of these like fan-made homebrews with custom shells and everything. You can see it's like Super Nintendo and like N64 games, but they have these super cool colors. And they're all games that like either they weren't available in the US or they're like compilation games, right? Like the Zelda collection, or they're modifications of games that we all know and love. Super Demo World. I don't know what that is. We have Super Mario Bros. The Invaders of Mushroom Kingdom with looks like custom like different enemies and stuff like that. And then just a standard copy, looks like, of Mario All-Stars. But I just love, you want to get a close-up of these, like the different cartridge colors are gorgeous. And this one, I was actually asking them if they have, what I really want is a compilation of multiplayer Super Nintendo games. That'd be an absolute blast to play with all my imaginary friends. They were super nice. Oh, check this out. This is a booth that I haven't been to. The Lego Retropalooza frame set that people are, oh my gosh, look at that. That's some actual Lego art right there, ladies and gentlemen. Dang. We had someone building an arcade machine up here, it looks like. We have some actual brick masters in the house. I've never seen I was just admiring it. Is this your display here?
Yeah, add to it.
Okay, what do you think? What does it need?
It needs more yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah, get some yellow.
Alrighty.
Maybe like up here, like maybe like leave it.
Yeah, I can at least put something. I love this piece.
There you go.
I don't want to cover it up though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can put this
Oh,
anywhere
like,
without
so
covering
nice.
stuff up. Yeah.
Yeah, the kids have been building all weekend, and
So,
it's been,
have you done this at conventions before?
a few, yeah.
I feel like that kind of takes away from it, honestly, putting it.
Maybe underline Lego.
Oh, there you go. I like that idea. Thanks for the creative inspiration.
Yeah.
Who made this?
Like a 8-year-old girl.
No way.
Yeah, she was here for 2.5 hours.
Wow.
And she went to town, and we had a lot of fun. Here's his sword. She's got a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dang, it totally
I
paid off.
I made a little Pokeball.
If she comes back, tell her that I'm very impressed.
Yeah, no, she did. She came back today, and her dad was like, "We can't stay here for 3 hours." Today. So it only attaches there.
Oh, see, that's why nobody's used it yet. All right, my final piece. A almost complete underline of the Lego. Very nice. Appreciate it. Thank you for showing me.
Yeah, definitely. You should check out the holiday special for Lego Masters this season. I'll be on it again.
Okay,
Yeah.
dang. Holiday special of Lego Masters, folks. You heard it here first. Thank you. Ooh, we got some custom tumblers here. Looking good. So yesterday, Retro Rick, you guys may have heard of him, a small struggling YouTuber, was doing this promotion where he had all of these games at his booth for $3 a piece, and then they were $2, and then they were all $1, and then they were 25 cents, and some of them had golden tickets in it that, like, well, maybe I shouldn't spoil his entire video, but you'll have to watch it anyway. Long story short, a lot of other vendors ended up coming around and buying stacks of these for 25 cents a piece, which honestly, like, if the cases are in decent shape, the cases alone are probably worth about that. Just hunting for those golden tickets for the high dollar items. Really good promotion idea. He slightly stole it from me though. Remember a few videos ago when we did like games get cheaper every hour? He told me that though. He's a good sport about it. I was like, yeah, you should definitely adopt that. Ooh, we got some N64 stuff over at my friends from Rad Junk. Been hanging out with them today. Some good old GameCube stuff here. I've probably already spent a few $100 here. There's the convention runner, the back of his iconic head. Bye, Jay. He was just whispering in AC's ear. Ooh. Would you look at that? More N64. Sonic Battle is a huge nostalgia GBA title for me. I am not gonna lie. I played that as a kid, and not gonna spoil it, but there is a part where I cried. Don't think I would still cry as an adult. Maybe I would. I don't know. Shed some tears for Sonic and the gang. Ooh, check out this custom NES there. That's gorgeous. There's someone else who's been wandering around here with a literal wagon full of custom N64s and imports. He's on hustle mode. I respect it. What's going on?
How's it going, man?
Got our friends here at Tronics Repair and Games. What is this?
So this is signed by the voice actor of Sonic and Sonic Boom.
Oh, that's cool. Do you sell much signed stuff?
Rarely. It just depends on when we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a little
we
bit
have,
more
like, signed pops and stuff, but
niche
those are a little
interests.
easier to get.
Yeah. And what's the story of this banana?
It's from my friend Pedro.
Yeah. That was on the
it's a
Switch, right?
collector's edition.
Is it a stress toy?
Yeah, I can pull it out for you.
Oh, that's all right. I was just curious. Ooh, and folks, check this out too. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles blister pack. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It's got the cable too.
That's really cool. Well, hey, thank you for showing us.
For sure. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I hope you guys sell out.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
We've got some 3D printed stuff, a good mix of like art booths and game booths. We've got, hey, looks like Heritage Auctions over there. What's going on? We did a ton of business yesterday. And your cases looks like are nearly cleared out.
Yeah,
It's been a productive weekend for you, huh?
Has
Love to see it. What sold best for you?
GameCube stuff, so I sold a ton of GameCube stuff.
Yeah, I hear that all the time. Like as much GameCube as you can get, it pretty much will sell.
Yeah, pretty much GameCube and then PS2 horror stuff.
Okay.
Silent Hills, all that kind of stuff, Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Stuff did really well.
I'll have to keep my eye out for that more. I need to see how much that sells on Amazon.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Looks like we have mostly art stuff over here. I'm really intrigued by like convention floor layout. Like what kind of ratio do you want of like art and non-video game vendors to video game? I think it really depends on the kind of crowd you're trying to attract. And different video game conventions even are much broader or more specific in like their clientele. Some of them go for like a lot of the cosplay and anime crowd. Some of them focus really heavy on the free-to-play stuff and the tournaments. Others focus a lot more on the vendors. I would say like Siege is an example that the primary draw is probably the vendor floor, which makes, I'm obviously very biased towards. Looks like we got a lot of imports. Hey there. Consoles and games. Oh no, there's some US stuff as well. Pretty sweet titles in here. Ooh, and some HDMIs. The weirdest stuff catches my eye, I swear. I've got 20 of those in my basement right now. Ooh. Some arcade one-ups looks like. Woody Door Hysteria Hotel. Black Dog Retro Arcade. Street Fighter. What is that? 2. The classic. I will say, one question that I like to ask vendors a lot is like, how have sales been for you? How does it compare to other years? What's selling well? Just trying to, always level up my own game and kind of get a better gauge of the market. Most people here have been very positive about like the amount of sales they've gotten and everything compared to other years, which is a great sign. The only ones that I talked to that weren't as rosy about it were on this back row here. And it gets me thinking a little bit, but then again, it's not universal either. Like there were other people in this back row that were like, yeah, we're crushing it. I think it probably has more to do with your pricing strategy than your geography. Although I do know that like natural foot traffic will have some impact on sales. Wow, what a mask. Can she see through that thing? Dang. So I know that oftentimes like it's sort of either a first come first serve or like returning people get their first choice of where you get to set up in the room, because it can make a solid difference.
Wasn't meant to be though.
This is something that I like to see as well. This, do you know his name?
Doug.
Doug. So Doug actually owns we went to a couple stores in Vegas in one of my recent Mission Switch videos, and he owns them. Retro City Games, I think they're called. This is his booth, and looks like a really miscellaneous smattering of stuff. I normally love when I see games just like strewn all over and like minimum shelving, minimum organization. Oftentimes that means it's not like a vocational vendor, but this guy certainly knows what he's doing. He actually has a lot of sealed stuff back there I was seeing earlier, which in another day I would have been thrilled with, but these days, prices on brand new stuff on Amazon. How's it going? No, you're good. Prices on brand new stuff on Amazon have been like going down a good bit because a lot of folks are resealing games and selling them in used condition as new, and it's tanking all the prices, so I've been buying less of those recently. But yeah, you can see we've got a whole bunch of PS5, PS4, like a lot of limited stuff, Switch stuff, also some slabs for various Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards. Some component cables over there. Ooh. Some little Switch. Are these erasers? They almost feel like eraser material. More crafts, more slabs. And over there, if you guys direct your gaze to, you can see the big free-to-play arcade section over there that's just usually included with cost of admission at events like these. And then over there you have the tournament section. So you'll have like dozens of CRTs all set up. Looks like Tetris is going on right now. Some of the most common ones that I will see is Smash Bros, Mario Kart. Is that Tetris or? It's actually Dr. Mario, I think. There's a huge competitive Dr. Mario scene. I tried playing it like twice and was like, wow, this does not feel intuitive at all. Maybe if I tried one more time, I would have eventually figured it out. But overall, this has been a fantastic show. I was thrilled because it was actually a direct flight for me. There are not very many direct flights from our Kentucky airport, but woke up yesterday morning at 4:30 for my flight at 6. Got here at like 7:30 local time, and the event started at 9:30. So hopped in a rental car, got over here, and I'm heading out tonight. It's going to be one of my quickest in and out turnaround times, but definitely been worth it. I think at this point I've spent over 10K on inventory, and right now you can kind of see things are wrapping up. It's chilling out, and just kind of wanted to give you guys a little glimpse at what's going on here at Retropalooza, and appreciate you tuning in.